Hello. That's it. Have a great afternoon, ladies. Oh God, I've pulled already. See, that's the type of respect you get when you're on an S1000 double. Welcome, children. Welcome, kids. Welcome to my channel. This video. So I'm going to just cut straight to the chase, and I'm going to put on the screen now a little graphic that is going to let you know the tyre that I recommend, the manufacturer being Pirelli. And if you're interested in getting this graphic, there's going to be a link in the description below, so you can click that and download it to your laptop or your PC. But with that said, what are my 2 cents on tyres? I mean, where do I start with this? I think the reason that I've done this video is because I'm seeing so many people talk about tyres in forums and Facebook groups, and it's very apparent that a lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And what I mean by that is when you've actually got a superbike like a double R or a single R or an Aprilia Tuono, and you are contemplating cutting corners on tyres and saving 30 quid and mix and matching up your tyres and all that sort of stuff, you're absolutely bonkers. Like, one of the reasons as well that it's important to have matching tyres is because the way they turn in and the way they're rounded and so on, they're designed to work in pairs, and if you switch the front and the back tyre around, i.e. you've got a Metzeler on the front and a Pirelli on the back, it isn't going to handle like it should be. Should do, you know what I mean. And before you start tapping on your little keyboard and losing your shit, that isn't my advice. That's from research that I've heard from tyre manufacturers, and also Michael Neves, where he done an interview, or not an interview, but he put a little video together on YouTube, and he was talking about why it's important to have the same tyres. Now, I've tried loads of different tyres over the years, being Metzelers, Bridgestones, Pirelli, obviously, just to mention a few, and I've always come back to Pirelli tyres. And I know the one downside to Pirelli is they're expensive. They are expensive tyres. They do cost a few quid. But the way to look at it, particularly if you've got a superbike or like a bike that's got like 100 brake horsepower plus, well, arguably even less than that, it's still important. But if you've got a serious bit of kit, you want to be able to make sure that that power is connected to the road. You don't want to bin it or low side it because you've saved 30 quid on a tyre. And for me, I always, and I have done for I don't know how many years now, I'd be lying if I gave you an exact number, but you know, 10 years easy I've been running on Pirelli tyres, and they've never let me down. They're just such great tyres, and I always go, if I can, for the Pirelli Rosso Corsa 2, which is good for quite hard street riding, and also if you want to go on a track. And I've used those tyres on the track, and I've got to say they are very, very confidence inspiring. I've never tried slicks. I know a lot of people bang on about slicks, and I've never actually tried them, mainly because I'm a pikey and I'm skint. But with that said, I'm sure that slicks would obviously be much better. But the Pirelli Rosso Corsa 2 tyre, I mean, that tyre has never let me down. And you know, when I've bought other bikes and they've come with tyres on them, so I had a pair of Metzelers, and it escapes me exactly what Metzelers they were now, but on my Triumph Speed Triple, the first day I bought it, I went out and the back end was slipping out and skidding all over the place. I remember it as clear as a bell, as clear as a baby bell. But I can remember it very specifically, and I was like, do you know what? Fuck this. I'm going back to the Pirellis, because I've never had any trouble with those Pirelli tyres. I've also tried the Bridgestone, I know only recently, the S21s, and BMW seem to ship out their like super bikes, and I know they do the singular with the Bridgestone S21s, and for me, I just was not a fan of those tyres, to be honest. They're really good, like they're not bad, and it's dependent on the way you ride. A lot of it is dependent on the way that you ride, but for me, the way I ride, those Bridgestones weren't any good, because I'm just the nuts, and I'm fucking great at riding a motorcycle, basically. But like, if you look at sort of Ducati as an example, like they ship out all of their bikes, and bearing in mind Ducati is about as premium as it gets within the motorcycle industry as a manufacturer, whatever. All of their bikes, they are shipping them out on Pirelli Super Corsas or Rosso Corsa 2s. They're not messing around, and it's because they know that Pirelli know their shit. And again, I don't know how much of it is psychological, to be honest with you, as a rider. Like for me, I would like to think that I can, when I'm sort of got a lent over and I'm in a corner, you can just feel that back wheel like slipping out, or just when I'm on the edge. I've had it too many times on other tyres other than Pirellis, where that back wheel has I've just felt it just slide out a few times, and I've had some squeaky bum moments, as where on these Pirelli Rosso Corsa 2s I just don't have that. And I think, like, if you've got a super bike, or you've got something with 200 brake horsepower, like the Pirellis, there isn't any compromise in my opinion. And as I said, I'm fucking brilliant and I know everything, so get some Pirellis. But again, like most things, it's very subjective, and there's probably going to be a couple of people that are like, no, I think these tyres are the best tyres, those tyres are crap, these are great, blah blah blah. And yeah, look, you're entitled to your opinion, but for me, I just think the Pirelli Rosso Corsa 2 tyres are just perfect for street, and particularly if you're going to be riding on a track. But I'm interested to hear from you, like, what do you think about tyres? I mean, firstly, like, it is a super important subject, and anyone that tries to diminish the subject of tyres is absolutely insane, or they're skint, or they can't, like, I don't know, they're just not intelligent. So it's amazing how much, like, tyres will change the personality of your motorcycle. That and suspension. Like, if you haven't got those two things set up properly, like, if you buy your motorcycle and the suspension isn't set up for you, and you've got shitty tyres on it, like, the minute you change those two things, you've got a different motorcycle. It's so different. And unless somebody sort of, how can I put it, points it out to you, I guess, maybe if you're watching this video, maybe you don't know too much about tyres and suspension, just spend a little bit more time researching into those two things, and I guarantee you it'll make you a better rider, as well as being much safer. So that's my 2 cents on tyres, kids. I'm interested to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think that I'm talking absolute doggy doo-doo? Do you think that Metzeler's or Bridgestones or Dunlops and so on are the best tyres in the universe, and Pirellis are very smellies? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Hasta luego.